Oh man, too much too soon. I think that's the truth. So wouldn't even complain about it anyway. No reason to complain about it anyway. Good morning, good afternoon. Who's this joining call?
Chandra from Columbia, South Carolina.
Welcome, LaShonda out of Columbia, South Carolina. How are you this evening?
I am fine, and y'all.
We are doing excellent, more than amazing. You wouldn't even believe it if I told you. We are
awesome.
Yes, ma'am. We're just having a whole fantastic time. And we're going to have some good information tonight. He is on fire.
There you go, Kirk. I just tagged you.
I got you. If your partner's on the line, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and dial in to your partners, your guests, anyone you can think of. They do not want to miss this information. You will be doing them a disservice if you did not give them this information to join us tonight. Give it 2 more minutes. We're going to start at 8 to 7:54. Everybody, we're going to be doing it tonight. King Charles, Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. How you doing today, sir? I am doing better than amazing. Better than amazing. I couldn't say it better than myself. Welcome to the call. Who just joined us?
Sherry and Gray.
Sherry and Gray. This is Gray out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. How are you this evening?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing more. Haven't you just seen Ohio? Better than amazing. Better than amazing. We're going to get started promptly at 8, giving everybody a chance to dial in this evening. Hope everybody has had a blessed day today. Stay out of the sun. Don't work too hard. We're going to make some life-changing information out this evening. We got a fantastic speaker coming on. We're going to be Facebook Living right now. We're Facebook Living. Go to my page, Kirk Wheeler. Go to our ACP Gold page, Ms. Martina Yumberton. She's Facebook Live, and you can see her beautiful face right on it right now. She's putting information out for everybody. So let's live in and get our guests on. Let's just make it happen. Like, let's just have a wonderful time today. Curtis in New York. Curtis in New York, how are you doing this evening, sir? Beautiful. Better than amazing. Yes, sir, it is. Better than amazing. I'm watching Miss Martina Yumberton right there, and I see that big old gold trophy sitting on that desk right there. I gotta get me one. She's working hard in this business right here. She is changing people's lives. So let's get our partners on. Let's get our guests on. She's just gonna bring the fire along with our platinum today. They're gonna bring the fire today. If you know anybody that needs to be on this, please go ahead and text them, email them, Tony Express them, UPS them, whatever you gotta do. Get them on this call. At 7:56, I'm waiting for our guest speaker to let me know he's on the call, and we're going to get this thing popping tonight. Good evening. He's just on the call. Gwen, good evening, Gwen. How are you doing out of Vietnam? North Carolina, home of the 82nd Airborne. My home city, Reed Falls, Cuban. How are you doing tonight, Gwen? Sounds good. Great. All right, what I'm going to ask everybody to do is once you announce yourself, if I can get you to please mute out your phone so we don't have any distractions, get you some pen and paper together while we're waiting, take some very good notes because we're going to change your life starting tonight. If you're a business partner, we're going to change your life tonight. If you're a guest, we're definitely going to change your life tonight. Good evening. Welcome to the call. Who just joined us? This is Taylor Singleton out of Charlotte. Out of them. Queen City. I hear you. Charlotte, North Carolina. How you doing this evening, sir? Doing good. How about yourself? Doing wonderful. Better than amazing. All right. Everybody, make sure you got your people on this call. Get your guests on. Get mom and dad on this call. Get your cousin, your aunt, uncle, even the ones you don't like. Get the people that you don't like on this call because it's all about changing people's lives. maybe it'll grow into a better relationship. Get them on the call. Get your exes on the call. Get everybody on this. We're trying to change the world here. I just got a message. We just been blessed. That's kind of ironic. It's like kind of ironic. We just been blessed by Platinum. He's on the line. He's ready to bring the fire to you tonight. We're counting down right now. We're counting down. Get your guests on this call. You don't want to be the one that says, hey, I didn't tell you about this. Don't let them come up to you and say, why didn't you tell me? Get them on the call now. Call them up, text them, everything. And guess what, people? I have the pleasure of announcing and bringing to the stage someone very exciting in this business. I'm not even going to say it yet. I'm going to wait because I like to do things in order. I'll wait till I've been told. I like to do things in order, though. But when I bring her to the stage, she was the things that she has accomplished in this business in a short amount of time. Hey, I'm going to keep you in suspense right now. I need everybody to go get their pen and paper, get a typewriter, get a word processor, wear their chalk and crayon, and so whatever you got to do to take some good copious notes tonight. We need you to take notes and learn what we're doing. We don't want you to leave anybody out. It is now 7:59 Eastern Standard Time. We are almost ready to rock and roll. Let's set this thing on fire. We just joined the call. I'm over here typing people, hitting up everybody I can think of right now, helping them join this call. I know everybody's sitting on the side of their chair right here, just excited about this information that we're ready to put out. So just make sure we get everybody on, and I can get your phones out once you can out. Good evening. I just heard a few people just chime in. We just joined the call. Everyone, my name is Kurt Wheeler. I am an executive vice president in this awesome company. We're just joining the call. Welcome. Good evening. It is now 8:01. We are actually 1 minute late. So I am going to do things in proper order. I'm going to start and say,
The recording has started.
Recording has just started, so that is my cue. My cue is to start giving out some information. Once again, my name is Executive Vice President Kurt Wheeler. I've been with this awesome company a short 3 weeks now, and I've already hit the rank of Executive Vice President because I'm out showing this information and changing people's lives. I was sitting here today. I was asked to do what I was to do, so here I am. I'm going to bring to the stage also a young lady that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She's been in the business since March, and let me tell you, she is on fire. She actually hit the builder bonus in this thing. Got her big $1,000 bonus. She's walking and everything working, and she's out of the Brooklyn, New York. We're doing things today. We got a lot of people in the circle doing big things again. She's a mother. She's making a lot of money. She's looking forward to helping a lot of people do this business. Good evening, Courtney. Aisha, I see you on my Facebook Live there coming in loud and clear. Thanks for joining us. Once again, I'm about to bring to the stage a young lady here that's going to just tell you a little about herself. Miss Kimberly Poe, Executive Vice President Gold, Kimberly Poe. Miss Poe out of Brooklyn, North Carolina. Are you there, Kimberly?
Entry and exit tones are off. Hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear, and I just was corrected by my lovely wife. I said Brooklyn, North Carolina, didn't I? I didn't even know we had a Brooklyn, North Carolina.
You might. You never know. You might.
If I said it, it must be true.
Absolutely.
I don't lie to you. Brooklyn, North Carolina. Good evening, Miss Gwen Holmes. Your friend is on the call. That is wonderful. Miss Kimberly Cole, the stage is yours, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Kirk Wheeler, for that warm welcome. And I know you're definitely making a lot of moves down there in Greensboro, North Carolina. I see you reaching, I see you teaching, and I see you telling anyone who will listen all about MyEcon. And it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's frustrated. My name is Kimberly Poe. I'm out of Brooklyn, New York, and I am an EDP girl with MyEcon. And I hope that you're sitting somewhere quiet. Tell the kids, move out the way right now, because this is your time. You need to be somewhere quiet. You need to have a pen. You need to have a piece of paper in your hand. And you need to have a smile on your face. You want to know why? Your life and your legacy is about to change with this information. So you either jumped on this call tonight because maybe your credit is a little in need of repair, or maybe your pockets, they screaming, help me, or they just a little bit funny. Or maybe you're curious about this income shifting movement that you hear us talking about. For whatever reason that you're on this call tonight, we're thankful that you're here, because you're going to get some information from a man that I'm going to bring onto this line. He's going to break it all down for you. He's going to give you the meat, and he's going to give you the potatoes. And he is definitely qualified to give you the answer to your problems, because in 1 year alone, he and his wife, they cash flowed over $1 million by following the proven strategies of MyEcon. He is a husband, he is a father, he is a friend. Muted, my platinum upline leader. His name is Bless Ellis. Bless, are you on the line?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud. All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves. Bless, are you there? I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, listen, Kim, I want to thank you for such an amazing introduction. I also want to thank Kurt. Oh my goodness, you're always in the beginning of these calls, man. You always keep everybody hyped and excited. I love it. But you know, the reason why is because, you know, this is something that's truly to be excited about, you guys. This is just an incredible organization. I also want to thank Martina Britt-Jovelton for working everything behind the scenes to make everything go well. Okay? Well, welcome to the call, you guys. What I like to do first, when I'm doing these calls, I like to just provide my quick disclosures to everybody that's on this line. Okay? Just to make sure that you're in the right place, and if you're not, you know, you guys know. But here's my disclosure to that. If you don't like money, if you don't like talking about money or having excellent credit, this is not the call for you. If you are a pessimist or you operate in fear, this is definitely not the call for you. But if you are ready to take your finances to another level, I humbly and excitedly welcome you to this call. My name is Bless Ellis. I'm the founder of the Kingdom family in MyEcon. I am also a tax professional with a location in North Carolina. I'm also a real estate investor. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a mentor. I'm a leader, and I'm an executive vice president platinum in this organization, MyEcon. Now, before I go forward and jump right into the meat and the potatoes, because this call is actually called the meat and the potatoes, because I like to talk about the meat and potatoes. Everything else, those are the sides, okay? But you'll also learn that the sides, when I start sharing even the sides, they are just equally as good as the meat and the potatoes, okay? So here's one question I like to ask everybody, all right? I want you guys to envision this now, okay? 2 questions. What are your personal, immediate financial goals, okay? When I mean your personal, immediate financial goals, I mean, for instance, if you have a car payment and you'd like to have that car payment paid off, if you have a house that you'd like to have the house payment, payment for your house, if you have that child support, if you pay child support, if you have, anything, student loan, okay? These are your, that's what I mean when I say your immediate financial goals. Okay, I want you to go ahead and envision that payment, that monthly payment. I want you to envision that right now, okay? Because only you know what that is. All right? Now I'm going to ask you this. Would you trade $34.95 for that payment, whatever that payment is? Okay? Let me make this clear. So we're trading $34.95 for that payment. All right? That's the question I want you guys to ask yourself. Now, to be honest with you, if you are on that grind, you have a certain level of intelligence already. Okay? That means you're looking to take your finances to another level. So I'm going to assume, okay, that the answer for you would be yes. Okay? So what we're going to do, and I want y'all to hold that, because we're going to come back to that. All right? Now, I want to talk about everyone's two goals in life. When you wake up in the morning, okay, you have two goals and two objectives. All right? The first objective is to pay for your current lifestyle. That means you are working, you get up, you go to work, pay for your life, make sure you got food in the refrigerator, make sure your kids are straight, make sure you got a roof over your head, okay, etc. And just making sure that your everyday life things are taken care of. That's what we do with our first goal and our first objective when we wake up in the morning. Okay? The second objective is to make enough money using our first objective and invest enough money in our first objective to be able to take care of our future lifestyle. Okay? That means when you retire, when you're not working. Okay? Because guess what? At the end of the day, you still need your life, you still going to need food, a roof over your head, and you may want to travel, etc. Okay? But see, the problem is this. Most of us are so stuck on our current lifestyle, okay, and struggling so much on our current lifestyle that we never have enough money left over to invest in our future. Okay? We just never have enough money. So what happens is, and what winds up happening is, when we get to that point where we retire, we really don't have enough. We didn't have enough to prepare for it. Okay? And that's when you see people retiring, and they wind up going to getting second jobs after they retire. I mean, retire to me means no more. Like, stop. Okay? But no, people have to continue and going on after retirement to take care of themselves in their future, that future lifestyle, but at that point in time, it's their current lifestyle. So you're pretty much paying your current lifestyle your entire life. But the reality is you can't do it forever. Okay? So everyone meets these four challenges, you guys, that I'm about to tell you. Okay? I want you to write these down. Okay? Because it's going to blow your mind when you can actually visually see what's happening with you. Okay? Because a lot of people are working, and you guys are grinding out, and for years and years and years, you never see yourself really get in your head. You only see yourself sustaining. Okay? That's what's pretty much happening. All right? But here's the reality. It is not only your fault. Okay? And I'm going to prove it to you. There are four challenges that are hindering you, okay, from preparing for your future. I hope you got your pen and your papers, your magic markers, your crayons, whatever you write on. I hope you have them right now. So here we go. The first challenge that is killing you financially is inflation. Write that down. Okay? Now we're going to break that down. Because see, people don't even really speak too much about inflation. Okay? They hear it, oh yeah, inflation, it is what it is, right? But inflation is the silent income killer. Okay? I call it carbon monoxide. All right? You don't see it, you don't smell it, and by the time you realize what happened, it's all over. You're dead, it's over, you're gone. That's exactly what inflation does. It kills your income. All right? Now watch this, and I'll prove it to you. I always talk about, and if you were on any of the calls that I called you, the most famous for me and for what I experienced is my potato chip story. So I'm going to tell you that. All right? I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I live in North Carolina. So I have investment property in Brooklyn, New York. So I went to a corner store where I used to always go growing up as a kid, and I went to get the same bag of potato chips that I love and I used to get every time. It's called a or $50,000 a year. Let's say $50,000 a year. Today, do you make 3 times that amount? For the average person, the answer is no. I don't think you understand how powerful that is, right? And how it affects you so drastically. Okay? Watch this. That means if you got a raise at your job, you were making $50,000 10 years ago, but now you're making $70,000 today. You actually took a pay cut and didn't realize it. See? That's the silent income killer. It kills your income silently. Because guess what? Let's times that bag of potato chips times your kids' clothes, times food, okay? Times gas. Stop playing. Okay? So guess what? Inflation is taking a third of your income. I want you to write that down. Okay? I want you to write that down. A third of your income is being taken by inflation. Okay? Now, let's move on to the second challenge. The second challenge, you guys, is taxes. Taxes is like the chainsaw massacre. All right? And I was on Facebook and somebody made a post. And it said, if you want to teach your kids about taxes, here's what you do. So this is going to be very simple so you guys can really understand. Take a kid, just imagine a kid going up to an ice cream truck, purchasing an ice cream cone. All right? The guy gives him an ice cream cone, and he's looking at it, he's all excited, right? And just when he's about to go put this ice cream cone in his mouth, the guy snatches 30% of the ice cream away. I guarantee you that kid is going to lose his mind. Guess what, you guys? The government does the same exact thing to you. You work, you bust your behind every single day, every week, whatever. And you can pay maybe bi-weekly, a monthly, whatever it is your frequency of pay is. But if you look at your check, okay, you see your gross, you see your net, and it looks gross. Stop playing. Because that's because the government snatched 30% of it away, the average person. Okay? So, the government is taking the majority away. So guess what? Taxes is costing you another third of your income. Now there's some taxes that you can't really help. You can't do anything about, right? You can't do anything about sales tax. You cannot do anything about home tax, owning a home tax. Okay, you can't do anything about some of these taxes. But later on down the line, we're going to talk about what you can actually do. Okay, so let's write another third, you guys, for taxes. Now, being that the government, inflation took a third of your income, taxes took another third of your income. What you wind up doing, all right, is floating the difference on credit cards and creating debt to make you feel better about what's happening to you. It's all subconsciously in your mind what is happening, okay? And you know this. So you know what you do? You say, you know what? I'm going to buy myself a brand new car. I want to feel better, about what's going on in my life. So you go buy yourself a brand new car, right? Not only that, you even get an apartment or something that you can't really afford, but you're like, you know what? I want it anyway because you know what? I'm busting my behind at work all the time. I want something to see. I want to feel like I'm doing something, right? So you put yourself in debt. Okay, that's called the curse, you guys. That is a curse. All right? So what happens is now the cost of the interest on the debt that you're getting is called compounded interest. Compound interest. Okay? So you want to buy a car for $25,000, but you income. So write that down, you guys. Debt, a third of your income. Okay? Now you thought it was all over, right? I mean, that's 3/3. Okay? That's 75% of your income. Okay? But guess what comes along? This right here, y'all bad. Okay? And when this is happening so frequently, it's almost unreal. And you know, like you're probably wondering how do I feel about this thing after inflation, taxes, and debt, right? It's called big business, you guys. Big business. You have inadequate savings. And I'm going to tell you how that happened. Okay? This month, we had a big business celebration at the beginning of the month. It was called the 4th of July. Okay? On the 4th of July, fireworks sales, the fireworks sales is the most, that 80% on the 4th of July. That's where they make the majority of their sales in fireworks is on the 4th of July, guys. 80%. All right? But not only that, you also have your cookout, you're either going to somebody's cookout, somebody's coming to your cookout, you're buying food for them, you're buying food for you. It's a big party, right? It's a big celebration. You guys, that's only July. Okay? Then we have August. August is back to school. Right? So you got to take your kids. And your kids might have the book back from last year. But you know what? They're going to get a new book back this year because you know what? This year one of the cartoons just came out. They want that particular bag this year. So you're going to participate. Most likely, a lot of us we go and we buy the new bags or we get the newest sneakers that's out, etc. Okay, so we get them all back to school stuff in August, right? September's Labor Day. Oh, have a party. There's on and popping. You out there, y'all doing your cookouts, etc. Right? October, Halloween. You're going to buy the costumes. You're having a good time. That's throwing it up, right? But guess what, you guys? This is happening every single month. Big business has therapists, psychologists, behavioralists, paying them tons of money, just trying to figure out how to get money out of your pocket, you guys. Stop playing, and you will participate. And I'll prove it to you. November. We have November, they got real creative in November. They even created a new holiday. Stop playing. Watch this. You got Thanksgiving. Then you got Black Friday. Then you got Cyber Monday. Listen to me, guys. This stuff is real. I cannot make this up, and y'all know that what I'm talking about is the truth. Okay? Then you have December, obviously Christmas. And then you have January, New Year's. February, Black History Month. And guess what, you guys? This is 12 months out of the year. Don't let none of your kids have a birthday come up. Let's not forget graduation. Stop playing. Oh, and don't get married. Stop playing. So guess what, you guys? Here's my question to you. When do you get paid? See? Because when you get paid, inflation taking a third, tax taking a third, debt is taking another third, and big business is taking the rest. When are you actually getting paid? I want you to look at your check in your mind, in your head. Look at it, right? And see every month when you get paid or every 2 weeks when you get paid, how much money do you actually have after all of this stuff happens? Seriously. Okay? Let me explain to you what it's called, you guys. It's called systematic poverty. Systematic poverty. See? And the only way to change that, you guys, is to figure out a way, okay, to have extra income to invest in something that's moving faster than inflation. But the problem is you don't have the money to do it because of all these other things that's going on. So guess what? Later on in life, when it's time for you to retire, you fall in a systematic poverty type of situation. Okay, see, and here's the thing, you guys. A lot of us are so conditioned to living this way of life, okay, that your financial thermostat gets stuck on broke. Let me repeat that. Your financial thermostat gets if you have good credit, you guys, because, you know, I'm going to tell you a little bit about credit, too, in a little while when we provide here. But even if you have good credit, right now I'm not giving some of y'all good credit, a 750 plus credit score. The only thing that you're going to do, okay, is that's going to allow you to be able to do is buy a bigger toilet bowl to flush more of your money down. Stop playing. Not only that, even if you don't buy a bigger toilet bowl, you're going to keep the same toilet bowl you got, dip it in gold, put rims on it, and flush the rest of the money down the toilet. You see? So guess what, you guys? The first thing that we have to fix to get this situation corrected is we need to fix the broken thermostat, you guys. Fix the broken thermostat. Okay? So here's the deal, you guys. What we need, and here's what we're going to do. Now we're talking about the solution, y'all. The solution. Watch this. This is where the game changes. This is where if you are serious about your finances and you are ready to take your finances to another level, this is the game changer right here. See, the problem is you lack positive cash flow. You do not have enough money to invest in your future. Well, guess what? With this organization called MyEcon, okay, that you will be a member of for $34.95 a month. Okay? We teach you a strategy. The first thing that we do is teach you a strategy called income shift. Okay? Write that down because that word right there is going to change your life. Income shifting. Okay? Now watch this. The work people have been using this strategy for years. All right? And basically, income shifting. We're going to shift some of the money that's going out of your household back into your household. Stop playing. Now watch this. Here's how this works. At your job, you filled out something called the W-4 when you started your job. Okay? 80% of Americans have the W-4 filled out incorrectly. Don't take my word for it. Go on the IRS website and it says it in plain, clear sight. 80% of Americans are paying $40 too much a week in taxes. That's $160 a month that you are paying too much in taxes. I didn't say it's the government thing. Okay, you ain't got to believe that. But the government definitely says it. Okay? So watch this. By being a part of this organization and joining this organization, you will now own what's called a home-based business just by joining this organization. Okay? Now, by owning a home-based business, when you decide to take on this and have a home-based business, the government says this. We are going to help you run your business. We're going to give you extra allowances to run your business. That means we are going to give you extra money to run your business. Okay, so watch this. That means if you join this organization, we teach you step by step on how to refill out your W-4 form at your current job. Okay? Now, you will have the same tax breaks. You fall under the same tax laws as McDonald's, Walmart, Burger King, all as a person. Now, let me explain how powerful that is. I am a tax professional. We can only write off about 5 or 6 deductions for W-2 employees. By you owning a home-based business, you now get the opportunity to write off over 475 different deductions. 475. Okay? So what we do is we help you fill out your W-4 the right way. All right? But what a lot of you guys do not know is there is a side 2 to the W-4 form. On the back side, on where the side 2 is, you guys, that is for people that own home-based businesses. That's where the government says we're going to give you more of your own income back so you can run your business, and we want to help your business grow. Now, here's where it gets incredible, you guys. Your business derives from your house. It is a home-based business, okay? So what happens is, first thing we teach you is view income shifts. We get all of that stuff right for you. So you wind up getting an extra, the lowest that I've seen is an extra $200 a month, you guys, on your checks from your current job. You didn't do no extra overtime. You didn't do anything. Now let me explain something to you also. I have seen it go all the way up to an extra $2,000 a month for somebody. Positive cash flow in their household. I want y'all to think for a second. Remember in the beginning I asked you, what are your personal immediate financial goals? Would you trade $34.95 for that? Well, guess what, you guys? This is exactly how it happened. You join this organization, you become a member of MyEcon. Now you own a home-based business. We teach you step by step on how to refill out your W-4 form. You get an extra $2, $5, $800, $1,000 extra every single month. Goodbye car payment. Goodbye portion of my mortgage payment. Goodbye credit card debt. Stop playing. See how powerful that was? Just one strategy, you guys. It's going to change your life from day one. Change your life from day one. So now, you've income shifted. You got extra income, right? But it even gets more incredible than that. By owning a home-based business, the government basically says you get the opportunity to write off your lifestyle. Okay? So guess what, you guys? I know most of y'all, or if not 100% of y'all, have cell phones. Okay? Now you own a home-based business, you decide, you know what, I'm using my cell phone. Everybody I talk to on my cell phone is about business. Because for me, everybody I talk to on my cell phone, oh, it's about business, or we ain't talking. Stop playing. If it ain't about money and it's not a moving to a progressive thing about money, then there's nothing for us to really talk about, right? So guess what, you guys? If I pay, or if you pay $100 a month averaging on your cell phone, okay? 12 months makes that $1,200, correct? Let's hypothetically say, let's go ahead and break everything down. Everybody wants you to write $50,000 a year now. Write it on your papers, okay? Now you have a cell phone. Let's just go ahead and chop the 200 off, okay? Let's just make it an even $1,000 that you pay a year for your cell phone bill, okay? The government says, guess what? We're not going to tax you on that $50,000, even though that's what you made, okay? We're going to tax you on $49,000 because you lost $1,000 on your business. Stop playing. Now, I just gave y'all a small pay. Now, I'm about to step it up a little bit higher for you guys. Okay? Watch this. You have a mortgage payment. Or you have a rent payment. Now, watch this. The average person who owns a house, they can write off the interest on their home. Okay? Somebody who owns an apartment can't write off nothing. Okay? Just by owning a home-based business, now you get the opportunity as a renter to write it off as a loss on your home-based business. But watch this. Let's hypothetically say you pay $1,000 a month, you guys, in rent or mortgage payment. All right? You have an office in your house that takes up about a third of your house. So let's say $300, because a third of 1,000 is 300, right? So 300 times 12, that's $3,600, if I'm correct, a year, right? Go ahead and deduct that from the $49,000. Stop playing. Okay, watch this. So now you're getting taxed less than $1,000 and that $3,600. You're getting that's less. You're taking that away from your $50,000. Okay? Now let me ask you a question. The majority of you guys on here, either of you probably have vehicles. The government says when you own a home-based business, for every mile, we are going to give you a tax reduction of 54 cents. The average person normally drives anywhere between 15 and 20,000 miles a year. 15 and 20,000 miles a year. Okay? So watch this. Let's say you drive 20,000 miles a year. Let's just go for the gusto. Right? 54 for a sin. If I'm correct, that should be about what, $10,800? That's $10,800, you guys, a year in tax deductions. So go ahead and minus $10,800. My math might be off, I don't know. But $10,800, deduct that from the 52. Okay? Everybody got that, right? Now watch this. The government also said if you have children, you can hire your children to work for your home-based business. Each child, you can write off $6,300. Let me repeat that. If you have children, you can hire your children to work for you in your home-based business, and you can write off $6,300 per child. Okay? Now let's go into the math of that. Let's just make it 6,000 even to make it real simple. Okay? So most of you guys, if you have children, if you already buy things for your children, you already send them to different programs, okay? Christmas, all of these things that you spend money on your children for. Now, we're not going to do it that way anymore. How we're going to do it is we're going to pay your children wages from your home-based business. And we're going to give them a real job. Watch this. You ready for their real job there? Their real job is going to be to keep your office clean. Where's your office located? Stop playing. So guess what? Them cleaning them dishes, them cleaning that kitchen, them cleaning up their room.
6,300.
You gave them a job. Their job is that. Okay, guess what? You already are going to be spending that money.
6,300 right there.
But guess what? Now that you're a home-based business owner, it is a tax deduction. So minus $12,000 from that $50,000. You guys, listen to me. Do y'all see how powerful, just by being a part of this organization, how your life financially changes? Basically, all of that money is really going back into your pocket, back into your household. Stop playing. And guess what? You are paying the taxes on what's left over. Right now, what you are telling the government is this. I work. Right now, what you're doing, if you work a job right now, you're telling the government, I work, you pay taxes, then I spend money. That's exactly what that gross thing is all about. Okay? What you're telling them now, though, as a home-based business owner, is I work, I spend money, then I pay taxes on what's left over. Do you guys understand how serious that is?
Yes, sir.
I pay taxes on what's left over. Okay? So guess what, you guys? This strategy is called income shifting. All right? And this strategy alone will change your life from day one. When you become a part of this organization, whoever got you on this line, okay, whoever invited you to this call, you give it that person, and they'll help you step by step in this organization and teach you step by step on how to do it. Okay? Stop playing.
Stop
All right?
playing.
Now, let's go ahead and move forward. Now that you own a home-based business, right? Your income shifting, you have enough money, now you have positive cash flow, you're reducing your debt, but you're getting rid of some of these bills that are stressing you out. You're starting to invest in your future, right? So that's got an extra positive cash flow, let's say $500 a month. Okay? Now we're going to teach you how to create business income, you guys. Because you own a real business. Make no mistake. You truly own a business now. All right? And guess what? All you do in your business is share the knowledge of income shifting and the benefits of owning a home-based business, you guys. Stop playing. How many of you guys on this phone right now know somebody that can actually use an extra $200, $500, $800 extra every single month without selling any lotions, no potions, nothing strange from the bottom of the oceans, no overtime on their job, nothing. How many of you guys know somebody like that? That could use this information tomorrow, tonight, MyEcon. Okay? The company actually pays you to teach other people the same strategy and everything that I'm talking and teaching you right now. So you can create business income. Because see, your income shifting is going to help you. Don't make no mistake. It's going to help you. It's going to change the game for you, right? But now we're going to add additional business income on top of the income shifting. Stop playing. So let's hypothetically say let's say you're making $500 extra every 2 weeks. Okay? So that's $1,000 extra a month. You income shifting, you got an extra $500. You guys, that's $1,500. Oh my God, you can really get rid of some debt with that, right? Now just imagine in a year or two, you're debt free. Now you have positive cash flow, all of your money. And now you're in a position to start investing in your future. Our ultimate goal here at MyEcon is to get you to the point where you have enough cash to invest in an asset, okay? That's going to produce more cash, all right? And then you're going to go back to buying another asset to produce more cash, and then buy another asset to produce more cash. And guess what, you guys? You become rich. And after you become rich, you become wealthy. You guys, this is exactly how the wealthy people in America, the 1%, the Donald Trumps who can go live on national television and say, I didn't pay any taxes because I'm smart. Okay? When he said that, the only thing I heard him say is, all of y'all are stupid. Or all of y'all are dumb. Not stupid, but dumb. Okay? So let's talk about this business income and how you make money in this organization. All right? When you get in this organization and you teach two people, you educate two people how to income shift, this organization is going to pay you $10 for the first person, $10 for the second person. Okay? Now, I want you to write that down. $10 for the first person, $10 for the second person. All right? Now, above the first and second person, I want you to write 50%. Now, watch this. Whenever those first two people that join your organization do, it doesn't matter how much money they make. If they make $1,000, they get the $1,000 that they made, that they earned. But this company is going to 50% check match their check to you. So that means you will make $500. Okay? Now, that's for the first two people. So if they both made $1,000, you just made $1,000. Stop playing. Now, we move forward. The third person is very, very important. The third person that you bring into this organization changes the game. When you get your first two people, you have reached executive vice president. When you reach your first two people, okay? When you reach the third person, you open up what's called your base shop. That's BASESHOP, base shop, okay? When you open up your base shop, something really profound happens to you. This is where it really starts happening. You really start making money. Because this company is going to give you a raise. Now, instead of you getting paid $10 for that person, you're going to get paid $35. $35 on that third person. Okay? And now, your base shop is open. Okay? Now, watch this. Everybody from that point on that you personally sponsor into this organization, this company is going to pay you $35 per person every single time to infinity. It never stops. Whoever you personally sponsor this organization, that's exactly what you're going to get paid for. Okay? Now watch this. That third person, let's talk about that third person. That third person decides to bring two more people into your organization. They're like, you know what? I want to make some of this money. I want to do my thing. So I want to go ahead and get my big shop to where I'm making money. So I'm going to get my first two people. They get their first two people to join. Those first two people pay $34.95 to get in this company, okay? Guess what? You just made $25 per person. You did not even know these people, okay? You didn't speak to these people, nothing. You make $25. That person makes 10 and 10, so that's $20. And then they get it, then their shop is going to be open when they do their third person. But guess what? Those two get two more people apiece. You guys, this keeps happening into infinity. It never stops. Never stops. You just keep getting 25, 25, a bunch of $25, you guys, over and over again. And then you're still educating people, getting 35 and 35. This never stops. Over and over again. And all we are doing is teaching people how to take control of their finances, how to income shift, pull money back into their household. See, the problem is that you guys are not making enough money. But that's not the problem. You make enough money. The problem is you're not keeping enough of it. Okay? So that's what we're teaching people. Okay? And now, guess what? We're going to go a little bit further, if it's okay. Not only that, okay, we get the opportunity to make residual income, you guys. So watch this. I'm going to go, once you have 15 people in your organization, you hit the gold level. You start getting paid $3 per person in your organization every single month, period. That has nothing to do with the 35 and the 25. Okay? All the way up to 120. Write that down. Now, once you hit 121, okay, you actually make you hit the platinum level, you make $5 per person in your organization, period. All right? All the way up to 500. So just imagine 500 times 5. That's $2,500 extra every month, you guys. $2,500 extra every month. All right? Now, once you hit 501 and above, you hit the infinity level. That is $8 per person, you guys. If you have $8 per person and 1,000 people, you guys, that's $8,000 a month passive income automatically every single month. That's not even including the $25 and the $55 that you're still making throughout that whole time. Okay? Stop playing. All right? But not only that, you guys, let's go ahead and talk about what else you get for $34.95 on top of everything else that we just mentioned. All right? For $34.95, you also get the Smart Money Kit, you guys. That means we teach you step by step on how to get your credit score over 750. Step by step. Every document you need, everything is already there for you. All you gotta do is sign it and put the account number and send it off yourself. You do everything yourself. People pay $399 for smart credit repair, and then they pay like $99 every single month until their credit is fixed up. Why? Okay, just by joining this organization, you learn the knowledge to be able to do that yourself. Stop playing. And then we have the ID defender. So watch this. If somebody steals your identity, you're going to get a $1 million policy with MyEcon. With that $34.95, it's included. So if somebody steals your ID, you have a $1 million policy to pay for anything that happens. Stop playing. All for $34.95. Okay? But you also get discounted legal service as well. So if you get a speeding ticket or anything, okay, you have discounted legal service that automatically comes with it. All right? Now we also, not only that, you'll also get discounted travel. Guess what? I travel all over the United States speaking on this, all right? I go to my back office, I book the trip with MyEcon, our organization, and I get paid to book the trip, all right? And guess what? It's discounted already. Stop playing. How many of you guys travel? I'm not getting paid for your own travel. Listen, you guys, this is all built within that $34.95 a month membership. Okay? And also, we have a key login defense system. So guess what? If you're online paying bills, if somebody steals your key login information to log in and do stuff in your bank account or whatever, guess what, y'all? We have a system that defends against that. And it's still covered by a $1 million policy. Okay? That automatically comes with it. You also get tax advice and tax preparation. Stop playing. But here's my favorite. We got the cashback mall. My wife, I tell her every time we go shopping, when she wants to go to Walmart, she shops right online at Walmart. Okay? Then 2 hours later, she goes to Walmart and they have everything packed up and ready for her to go. Right? And when she comes on home, we just made money off of buying stuff that we would normally buy anyway from Walmart. Stop playing. The cashback mall. And you get all of that, you guys, within that $34.95 package. Stop playing. You guys, this is the truth. It only makes sense. sense. Okay? It only makes sense. So what I want to do right now, you guys, is there are a lot of people on this line that are a part of MyEcon. They have just joined or been in the company for a month or two, a year. Okay? I just want to open the call up so they can tell you how amazing and how real this Q&A session has started. Q&A session is over.
How did I do that?
Hello, so word is on the line. Anybody in the MyEcon organization, please let us know how it's working out for you. Hey, I got a question. Hello? Hi, can you hear me? I'm speaking. Hello? Can you hear me? I can hear you, sir. Okay, great. Hey, I have a question in regards to MyEcon. I am a recent retiree. How can this help me? Oh, I'm happy that you asked that. Okay? You receive a pension of something, correct? Sure do. Okay, are you taxing your pension? Yeah, I'm not sure how much. I know they're taking something. When you talked about the W-4 and the W-2 and the IRS, that put a red flag in my mind. I need to check that out. Right. Okay, well, watch this. This is going to blow you away. Being that you're retired, you receive a pension. All right? You will not fill out a W. You'll fill out a W-4P. That stands for pension. Stop playing. Right? And you get to do the same exact things as if you were working. Okay? You see? Because the government is taxing on your... I know they get exactly, on the work that you've already done. Like you've done it already. So, but you're still getting paid, so they're still going to tax you. All right? That's right. Just by owning a home-based business, you still have the same rights. Nothing changes. Right. You still have the same rights. And guess what'll happen? You'll wind up getting an extra 100, 2, 3, I don't know what your pension is, but it's the same exact thing. But for you, it's called a W-4P. Stands for pension. I will look at that, and I really, really enjoyed your presentation. You broke it down, and I'm talking about the most simplest of terms that anybody can understand. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. I do my best to try to do that, to try to keep it simple for everybody. Oh, it's amazing. What though? Here's what I'll tell everybody, and this is one of the leaders in this organization says this all the time. He said, "See, you didn't know before, so you were forced into doing what you're doing now. Okay? Right. Now that you know, if you're losing now by choice. By choice. Stop playing. I'm understood that from you. You better stop playing. I'm sad enough today, my good friend. I've been procrastinating. Barbara Elenaga. If you over there, you hear me.
Awesome.
I'm in. Okay, well listen, I look forward to having you in the organization, brother. Amen. I'm in, brother.
Welcome to the family.
Right, stop playing, man. Stop playing.
Welcome to the family.
All right. Thank you. What's your name? What's your name? Bless Ellis. Bless Ellis. Amen. All right. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. All right, bye-bye. Anybody else have any questions? Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Listen, no time. This is Kurt out of Rob. We got time to be playing with this, man. When I income shifted my wife, over 700 a month we came back in. Income shifted one of my friends out of Port City, Wilmington, North Carolina. He over $879 a month. Like, this is real. Then when I spoke with the IRS agent within the business, they were like, you can't afford not to do this. But I like what you say, you can't unlearn this. But you don't put it out to them tonight, so they, now we got to act on it. Don't. We do it by choice. But it's not a choice. We can't do that. This thing has been amazing to me. It's been not getting other industries, other marketing companies that I've had success. But I think this one right here focuses on what's real. What people need to do. Because we're the richest country in the world. But yet over 85% of the population gets paycheck to paycheck. Let me tell you something. Who has all the wealth in this country? Just stop playing, man. We gonna need to stop playing. That's my time. And I just reclaimed my time, but I'm doing it right. Well, thank you. So listen, man, I hope you guys are listening and hearing this. something that I'm making up. I don't want you to be a part of this because you like the way I speak. I don't want you to be a part of this because you like the person that got you on this line. I want you to be a part of this because you know what? You see the value. I want you to be a part of this because of the testimonies that you're hearing are for real. This is for real, and you have the opportunity to change your situation today. Okay? So listen, who else is on the line? We want to give a testimony, ask any questions. Let's go. I got a few more questions and a few more testimonies. Let's go. Who's up next?
I want to say something else about what you were talking about, getting taxed. When I was working, I just happened to find one of my W-2s the other day, and I looked at it, and I was really appalled at what my net weekly pay was, and versus taxes that was being taken out. And I said, man, I'm glad I retired. I'm making more money now at home.
Wow. Give me an idea on what your tax, how much was coming out of your tax.
At least every 2 weeks, I figure out $400 or $500.
Okay, so let's say $400 or $500. Watch this, right? This is gonna blow you away. You got paid weekly, you said?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Okay, so that means you had $1,000 come out of your check over the entire month.
Right.
Okay, so let's hypothetically you say you got back your income shifted at that time. Okay, because you're retired now. So we're gonna talk about your whole working years. All right. So you got, let's say you got $650 of that back after income shifting. Okay, you got $650 back. So let's times $650 times 12. Okay, let's times that 1 year times your working years. That's 30 years. How long did you work?
40 years.
40 years. Times that times 40 years. Okay? Then let's times that times lost opportunity investing. Right? Congratulations. You just gave away $1 million.
Well,
stop playing.
Stop playing. I'm going to make that back now.
$1 million.
Man. What was MyEcon 20 years ago?
You see what I'm talking about, right? But here's
A lot of us don't. There's a lot of people that don't know about this. I know. I like I said, I've been procrastinating for a while, but you really piqued my interest today. And
you know what, man? I'm happy that I was able to do that. But here's the thing. Now you need to do it for somebody else. So they wound up retiring 40 years later, okay, receiving their pension when they could have been $1 million.
gotcha. I got a lot of them that's out there still working.
Awesome.
Okay, well, we need to get that done ASAP.
Okay, my son took me to correction officer, and he making a lot of money. And I know what that is.
I want you to call him up and say, son, today's a new day. Stop playing.
Stop playing. Stop playing. Tell him.
Yes, sir.
Amen. All right. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right.
We got time for one more question or one more comment.
Let's tell us. Stop playing. Keep strong. Columbus, Ohio. I just want to get just a quick testimony. I'm in sales, so my income changes.
Right.
So I was getting anywhere up to 1,200, 1,500, taken out.
Right.
I would have felt it. So after I income shifted, I got an additional $600 to $800 in additional cash flow in my check every single month. And man, I tell you what, it's been a blessing. I got in November, and I passed over $10,000 already. So related that, all kinds of things. So I love this company, shipping lifestyle.
Brother Q, can I get a stop playing?
Stop playing, bro.
Stop playing, baby. Stop playing, man. Okay? Stop playing. That's right. That is so right. Listen, man, listen, I love to hear stories like this. You see? But there's a lot of other people out there, you guys, that need to, first of all, hear it, but need to experience, man. Need to experience. Okay? But there's one more person, you guys, that I do want to get on this line. Kim, are you still here?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Glenn?
Yes, I can, Kim. I want you to give us your testimony. We're going to end it with your testimony, if that's okay with you.
That's perfectly fine. So, I'm a real estate agent, and I've been a network marketer for many, many, many years. And, one of the things that MyEcon has shown me is how much money I've lost every year by having a home-based business and not having the education and the tools to actually write off all of the expenses that I could have been writing off. I've learned so much from the videos, from the leadership of MyEcon. I never wrote off my cell phone bill until I got with MyEcon. I wasn't writing off my printing. I knew, I always heard that I could do these things, but nobody ever tells you how to do it. So the cash flow manager tool that we get with MyEcon is a game changer. I tell you guys, it's a game changer. It keeps you organized, it keeps you structured, it reminds you of what you are able to write off. You can put recurrent expenses in there, so you don't have to constantly update it. So that cell phone bill, let's say your cell phone is $100 a month, you can put it in one time and set it to hit every month for $100 unless it changes. And I just, I'm going to be honest with you, but sometimes I get upset when I look back and I see all the money that I flushed down the toilet that could have literally been invested for my future. But at the end of the day, it's okay, because thank God I got MyEcon in my back pocket, and now I know what to do going forward. So guys, this is the truth. You can do any other business that you want to do out there, but you've got to have financial education. You got to know what you're doing and how to do it. Like I said earlier, this isn't about changing your life. This is about changing your legacy. All right, Bless, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Okay, you guys, well, listen, man, I'm not going to keep you guys anymore. I really appreciate you being on this call. I hope that you gained something. I hope that you were able to take something with you. Get with the person that introduced you to this call. Go ahead and get started. Listen, this is not something that you may not want, but I promise you, this is something that you need in your life. See, there's the wants and the needs. This is up there, like one point Dr. Jerry Bobo would say, this is up there with air. This is something that you need to have in your life, okay? Because that is the only way that you are going to break the cycle that you are currently in, okay? The greatest way to grow and do anything that you're doing is to do the opposite of what you're doing. And then you start winning. This is your opportunity right now. I encourage you guys to take advantage. You heard them. You heard all the testimonies, okay? You heard everybody get on this line. You heard me break it all down for you. You guys, it only makes sense. God bless. Talk to you soon. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time. I'm going to be breaking it down again. Stop playing. Let's go.
This session is no longer being recorded. Thank you. Hello? Yeah. Hey, nothing. So what you think? It's cool. I still got to do a little bit more research just to make sure, what you said was legit, you know what I'm saying? But so far I like that. I had to put the phone there because I just, still my mom, but
What's going on, good people in the Facebook world? I hope you had an opportunity to really grab all that information. I am going to end the live, but I just wanted to say this feed will be on my timeline as well as some of the other leaders' timelines. If you get an opportunity, put your question in the comments below. Put your testimony in the comments below. Whatever, however you need to get that question answered, get back with the person that introduced you to this live. Make sure that you let them know that you are in, that you need the information, you need their link, and you're ready to partner and start keeping your money in your pocket. Again, my name is Martina Britt Yelverton, Executive Vice President Gold. I am more than excited to be partnering with other leaders in this company, like Executive Vice President Platinum Bless Ellis, you heard from on this evening, Executive Vice President Gold, Kimberly Poe, that you heard on this evening, and our amazing host tonight, Executive Vice President Kirk Wheeler out of Garner, North Carolina. Definitely get back with these leaders so they can get your questions answered. You can get their links and you can get partnered with us. Want to go ahead and congratulate Miss Barbara on her new sign up that spoke on this evening. We look forward to having your people on the prospect call tomorrow night, 8 p.m., same place, same time. Because I will be traveling, I may not be able to go live, but I'm hoping to hand over the reins to one of the leaders so that they can go ahead and get this live feed available for you guys. To your success, God bless you guys, and good night.